This is a family restaurant in Shatin, where they serve some of the best local dishes. This young lady is the daughter of the owner. She occasionally helps out at the restaurant during her free time.
Yes, so my family, we sell noodles and wonton, and I think this is the recipe from my family's hometown. This is something that I eat like basically every day when I was a child, and sometimes we go to very fancy restaurants with the same kind of dishes, and we always say like the best would be what my father makes, and I think he makes it from scratch.
If you think we are starting a cover story about a young entrepreneur who has been through ups and downs, well, you might be wrong. Yammy graduated from the Chinese University of Hong Kong. She was crowned champion of the 21st Century Cup English public speaking competition last year.
I was Form 4, I suddenly had this idea like, okay, my English results has been, better than average, then maybe I can take one more step, and then I took that competition, and very lucky. I didn't even know what I was doing when I was, speaking up in front of the judge. But then when the result was announced, I got second runner-up. That was the first time I think, okay, this might be something that I enjoy doing. And then the other year, I joined another competition, and then that year, I got to championship in speech festival. Yeah, and it was like, I was really motivated. I sort of think like when I speak up in front of an audience, it's like I'm flying, like I can just open my arms up. When I am in a classroom, when I speak up, my teacher will be like, don't be noisy, Yammy. But then when I am speaking up in front of an audience, it's like I'm performing, it's like everybody has their attention on me. Yeah, I like that feeling.
Having exposed to public speaking and Toastmasters a few years back, Yammy channeled her passion to teaching. Now, she spends her days in a classroom teaching English.
I think I enjoy being a teacher, although, like I said, it's challenging every day. I think it's kind of, I just don't understand why sometimes I wake up in the morning and I feel like I'm so tired, although I just wake up. But then when I got back to school, I get prepared for the day, and when I spend the day with my kids, I don't feel that exhaustion anymore. And I could, speak up, I could have fun with the kids, we can laugh together. I like making a connection with my kids, yeah, and that's what I love about teaching. It's like when I'm with them, suddenly it's not that exhausting.
其實大個女㗎啦，已經由成長過程裏邊好似我㗎，佢好多嘢都可以自己解決嘅。咁就我哋之間溝通就比較少，但係都係基本上關心啦。任何嘢都好啦，佢可以控制範圍。如果控制唔到嘅話，先問我意見嘅啫。
A few years ago, because of SARS, because of a lot of other things, it was really hard for my father to run the business. He couldn't even afford the rent. But then he was supported by a lot of very kind people in the city. So he decided that he wanted to give back, to contribute to society. So from time to time, he would organize some charitable events here. I am proud of what he's doing here. I try to focus on the present now, like how can I be a better teacher, but sometimes when I feel like, oh, maybe I should quit, maybe I should stop doing this, then another kid would just come up and then tell me like, oh, Miss Cheung, we love your lesson. Or sometimes the sweet girl, they would just come up and say, Miss Cheung, your dress is beautiful today. And I feel like, okay, then maybe this is where I belong. We will see, but I think I would be willing to teach for another 5 years, but it really depends on how I'm doing in this year. Yeah.